I don't mind carrying the load, but if need be, I need you to be able to carry it as well.
This is another episode of the Dear 20-something podcast, and I got my homie here. Check one from Practice Starts Monday. Listen. Okay, so he has a podcast. I'm a little nervous because this is what he does for real. Like, this is what he does.
Yeah, but I told you, there's nothing to be nervous about.
Listen, he came in here with the apparel. He came in here with the hat. Okay, the pins. I don't know how to feel about this. But, like, it's inspiration. Like, this dope.
I'm glad it could be that for you.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much. Like, I'm honored to have you. I'm so excited.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
I feel like it's going to be a dope conversation just because I'm pretty sure we'll agree to disagree on a lot of topics.
Hopefully, we can exchange some kind of information that makes us see things differently.
Maybe I can learn from a guy's perspective on, like, how to not be single in these streets.
I mean,
what am I doing wrong?
It really isn't that hard, though. It's not hard.
You say that.
It's not hard.
You say that it's not hard, but I've been single. I've been out here.
And for how long now?
Maybe about a year.
That's not long at all.
I feel like I'm a relationship like person. Like,
okay.
I like to be in a relationship.
Okay.
So the fact that I'm single for a year now, it's felt like an eternity.
Okay, so how long was your last relationship?
7 years.
And that ended because, if you don't mind me asking, of course.
Yeah, it ended because I felt like we were on two different like pages, and plus I moved to Florida post-pandemic. So I was just like, hey, I don't think long distance works, which it doesn't.
I agree with you.
Have you ever been in a long distance relationship?
Yeah.
How did that go?
Didn't go well.
Yeah.
It was over in like a month.
Really?
Realistically speaking, it just doesn't.
See, my relationship started long distance, but it didn't end long distance because what happened was, so I got into a little entanglement.
You got into an entanglement. It was supposed to be physical.
Yeah.
Were you doing girlfriend shit in the process?
Absolutely not. It was like, hey, what's up? What you doing? What you doing after class? All right, cool. I'm going to slide through.
How did he end up liking? What was it that he was
I
liking?
don't know. I think it's just my personality. I have the gift of gab.
Okay. All right. So there was something missing. Someone was doing a little too much.
No.
Maybe you allowed him to be in that space.
I don't know what it was.
Okay. All right.
I don't know what it was. So, long story short, he ended up like reaching out to the love of my life and saying like, hey, we're in an entanglement. I just want to let you know.
Oh, that's can I curse on here?
Please.
That's some whole nigga shit, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't, wow. It was a very interesting time period in my life.
So on his own behalf, his own free will, he said, I like her. So what I'm going to do is reach out to the person she's truly in love with and fuck that up for her.
Absolutely. So what happened was, I went home for, I think, Christmas break, while I was in college, and I realized, like, oh my God, I love this guy. Like, I love my boyfriend, right? So I
hold on. You were cheating?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. That went over my head. All right. Continue.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was long distance.
Okay.
A woman still has needs. Okay.
Hey man, no fault here.
Don't judge me.
Not at all.
Jesus said, don't judge me.
I think we all have a decision to make, and that's the decision you made.
Yeah. So I went home for Christmas, and I was like, I really love my boyfriend. So, hey, this needs to stop. I don't want to continue this entanglement because I don't want to jeopardize the situation that I have. Now, with me saying this, situation, the person that I was entangled with, they got a little upset.
Typical niggas.
Oh, why didn't you tell me? Because I didn't think this was serious.
Wait. So you didn't tell him before that you had a boyfriend?
I didn't think it was serious. When the love of my life at that time found out that this situation happened, because he hit him up on Instagram, and he was like, "Who?" Let me tell you about a situation.
Oh, niggas, man.
Yeah.
Niggas gonna nig.
Listen, it was so bad.
That's for damn sure.
It was so bad. Like, it was really bad. So, because I was so in love with this person, I realized, like, oh, he's never going to trust me again. I have to change schools, change states. And that's when I moved to New Jersey.
Wow.
Because he would not have trusted me if I stayed where I was.
And you're sure of this?
100%. Men have egos. Let's not forget that. And if my man was gonna forgive me for cheating, for having an entanglement, it wasn't gonna be like, oh, you're gonna go back to school and I'm still gonna like think like shit's sweet. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, you did have and let alone it was fam you out of all.
That's what I'm saying.
You know. And no offense to the Rattlers and everything, but y'all know it's a party city over there.
Exactly. So, I mean, some of the best of the best.
Oh yeah, for sure, no doubt about it.
Okay, the best of the best. So
that was interesting. I didn't think you was gonna jump off like that. Like,
yeah,
you jumped out the gym with that one right there. I didn't see that for you.
Yeah,
you a whole nigga out here. You know that, right?
No. I'm a different person.
You a whole nigga out here.
No, I'm saved and sanctified now. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Look at my eyes.
Nah, I don't
no,
like it. Not even a little bit.
No, I very much so. So one thing that situation taught me, because I'm always about experiences teaching you certain things, and one thing that taught me was that loyalty is very important. Loyalty and trust.
Yes.
So you can have love, you can have all those beautiful things, but if you don't have loyalty and you don't have trust, you really truly don't have anything.
Yes.
So when the person that I really truly loved found out about a situation that really didn't mean too much to me, I'll probably get heat for this. I mean, I don't know if you'll ever listen to this, but
I don't think.
So the person that I loved, when they found out that was broken, that broke me. Because I very much so learned a lesson in the sense of, I got needs, but I also, it means way more to me that a person can trust me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That was one of the turning moments in my life, just as a person, as a woman, to say like, hey, you don't want to be out here and like your name tarnished in any way.
Given. You
know what I'm saying? So I can't say like now that's something I'm be like, oh yeah, I'm just having an like that's like it is what it is.
Although a couple months ago it was fucking popular to have one.
You know what I'm saying? But like no, like I rather someone, whether it works or not works, I rather someone who experiences me says that person, that's a great ass person. Like damn, like I haven't met a vibe like that. Rather than watch out for that one.
Look at you maturing and shit.
You know
I like
what I'm saying?
it.
You see me? I'm growing out here. I'm trying to be the best me.
You still a nigga at heart, but it's okay. We gonna take our time to get to the point here. No, I get it. Slow. Transition is slow.
I mean, but have you cheated before? Like
I have.
Okay. And what was that like? Why did you cheat?
It was fucking amazing.
Amazing?
Yeah,
it was I'm not gonna say that was amazing.
It was a fact. If it wasn't, you wouldn't have been doing it.
Okay.
But it's more so the experience of. We all want what we can't have.
Yeah.
Always. Okay. That's just human nature to want something you can't have. So whether it be me cheating or that person cheating on their spouse to be with me, it's like,
Yeah, I got that.
Yep. Knowing there's no commitment, I don't gotta do shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it was the like no commitment thing that got me. I think it was just the like I'm doing what I want to do in the moment, and that was me being selfish at that time.
Okay.
So obviously you're older. Like when did the cheating happen?
Oh, that was high school and fresh out of high school.
So what is your views on cheating now? Like that.
I mean, I understand the consequences that come behind cheating. I understand the damage it can cause in the process.
No, but what are your views? Would you cheat now?
No, I wouldn't. There's no need.
What did you learn from cheating?
It's just it's too much turmoil to follow cheating. If you get caught, of course. If you get caught, but
that's what I'm saying. Like
here or there.
Like honestly, really and truly, when my, when my ex found out that I cheated, it probably should have ended there, because for years I was trying to show like, no, I learned my lesson. Like I'm not cheating anymore. Like we're good. Like
who broke it off?
So I did. So he ended up forgiving me after that.
Can I get a slow? You got a slow clap?
No.
Like no. For
No, but
like,
he got back at me plenty
all
of times.
jokes aside, though, it's impressive to know that you're not a slave to your own feelings.
Listen, but for a long time I was. Like, I don't want to even jump over that. For a long time, I very much so was a slave to my own feelings. I felt like after that cheating situation, I felt like I had to prove myself. Like, look, I am being honest. Yeah. I am like, being loyal.
I'm a good doggy. Look at me.
Yeah, like here's the password to my phone. Like, look at I'm gonna invite you everywhere.
It just makes you more guilty.
Exactly. Yeah. So a very long time, for like 3 years, I was always like, look, I'm honest. I'm wholesome. You know what I'm saying? Trying to like get this man to see like I learned my lesson. And it probably, like, once cheating occurs in a relationship, I feel like it should just sometimes be deaded. If you're not married or anything that.
I think you can not necessarily start over, but find some kind of peace after that has happened. But it takes a lot of communication, a lot of maturity, opportunity has to meet preparation, and there's just a lot to go into that.
So you, with a man ego, would you take a woman back after cheating on you?
No. That's clear cut. Easy.
Why?
Easy.
Okay, so but you would expect a woman to...
I wouldn't expect it. Would I like it? Of course. Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Because we all make mistakes, right?
Okay.
So let's say we're dating.
Okay.
And one random moment, oh shit, I gave into temptation like any man can.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, it really was a mistake. I should have never done that. It was lust, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
And you forgive me. Of course, I would fucking love that because I knew, yo, I really made a fucking mistake. Would you say that cheating situation was a mistake?
Yeah.
Right? Because you didn't value it, right?
It was
I mean, you knew what you were doing in the time. But what I'm saying is, if you knew the consequences that would come, you'd be like, I'm good.
If I knew the consequences, like, that person would never come close to the person that I was with at all.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, in that situation, no, I don't expect someone to forgive me for cheating, but would I like it? Of course I would.
Yeah. See, me and people always think like, oh, you're bugging, right? So for me, being a cheater in the past, you know, because that's not who I am anymore. I've been saved and sanctified, right? So me have cheating in the past, right? One thing that I can say is, honestly, I don't know if I would leave. And I know this sounds I don't condone it. Okay. But I would not leave a significant other for making a mistake sexually. Now, what I would leave somebody for is making a mistake emotionally. And I think that's the difference. And a lot of times women say, you cheat on me once, I'm done. I'm throwing you away. And I'm just not that. I'm not that woman.
This is going to be real interesting, right? So, to your point, we had an episode. There was too many... YouTube is case sensitive, so certain words you can't say on YouTube when you block your video. So we couldn't post that video, but we shot an episode where we discussed something similar to that. And my question was, why is it cheating the end all be all for women?
See, because it's the matter of somebody had you, and I don't want to look stupid out here. Okay. Like, women don't like to look stupid. I get it. And we don't like to, like, if you were to say, hey, like, I don't know about any other woman, but for me personally, if you were to come to me, if we were in a relationship and you were to come to me and say, hey, I made a mistake, I want to let you know before you find out anything, I made this mistake. It didn't mean anything to me. It was strictly sex. Okay. I would be like, I'm hurt, but it's cool. Thank you for telling.
You respect the fact that he was man enough.
Listen, I'm not going to be like, get out I never want to speak to you again. Like, that's personally not me.
But here's where it gets tricky, right? Yeah. So that was my initial question. Why is cheating the end all be all for women? But verbal, physical, and emotional abuse isn't. Yeah. I've known plenty of women that could deal with someone literally physically beating their ass, and they go through day in, day out. And then the day he cheats, it's like, whoop, that's cut ties. Like, what? He's been beating your ass for the last year and a half. Yeah. Like, I knew a girl literally in college. She would have to wear sunglasses.
Jesus. See, yeah.
In the classroom.
Nah, I might have to go through like a whole Medea moment.
Like,
Somebody
but
ever tried.
I just couldn't understand that. So it's like, okay, I get it. I'm not saying, not trying to justify cheating or make it seem like it's less. I think all those things should be on the same platform.
Yeah.
If he verbally, physically, or emotionally abuses you, that's the same thing. Not that's the same thing, but that consequence, it's just as lethal.
See, but I feel like in a woman's mind, women like a man that everybody can have. Now, I don't know. I've never been like, physically assaulted or anything like that. So, but what I can say in regards to cheating is just the fact that a woman had what was supposed to be mine. Mm-hmm. Just as a man would feel. Like a woman had what was supposed to be mine. Now I feel some type of way because you're supposed to be mine.
Okay.
And someone had access to you. I'm not leaving because someone had access to you. I'm leaving because you now told me that you're emotionally attached. And this situation happened to me, right? So I've been
So the levels to cheating in a sense.
There's levels to cheating.
Yeah, I agree.
I
agree 110%.
I am not and I think I feel like experience is the best teacher, and I'm not condoning my cheating experience.
Okay.
I'm not condoning it 100%. I'm not saying that's something that I would do now. Disclaimer, right? For anyone who possibly wants to date me out there.
The world is watching.
Just kidding.
The world is watching.
But
the stocks are plummeting right now.
Listen, I'm very faithful out here. But what I am saying is, okay. So I've been cheated on before, right? And the difference between the couple times that I've been cheated.
The couple, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
We'll talk about worth later.
Okay. All
right. So the first time I was cheated, on, and I can clearly see like it was something physical. Mm-hmm. Right. I had my man's password, so I would look at the messages and be like,
Oh, so you would go through his phone?
Yeah. Silence.
Okay. All right.
That's another subject.
Here's the problem. As much as I would like to move past it, that's red flag number one.
What?
So for me, if you go to that extent, whether he's cheating or not, you've ultimately you don't trust him already.
No.
You don't.
It's not that I don't trust him.
So why go through his phone?
Listen, it's not that I don't trust him. It's just that people... It doesn't become lying until you don't ask specific questions. And if I don't ask specific questions, you're not going to tell me all. So if I can go straight to the source, which is i.e. your messages, I can learn what I need to know.
Why are you doing that is what I'm trying to understand.
Because you're not going to come out and tell me.
What is there to tell you if there's...
Let's be real.
To your knowledge, though, I get what you're saying. I'm not saying you're wrong for the way you're thinking. What I am saying is to your knowledge. Let's say he's a great guy. The relationship is healthy. You're happy. You're doing your thing.
If I have no concerns,
right?
I'm probably not going to look.
That's my point.
But if I have some doubt.
What causes doubt?
Doubt is miscommunications, is delay.
And here we are, which ultimately, doubt transforms or evolves into what?
I don't know what.
No trust. You don't trust this person.
It's not if that I don't trust.
But I'm saying it starts there. Like you doubt him. I get that.
No, but then doubt comes with reassurance. Are you reassuring that person like, hey, I just want you to know, like, I'm all in. Like, you don't have to do all of those things. Okay. I'm all in. Like, nobody can touch you. Like, you're a boss ass, like dope ass woman. Nobody out here can touch you. If you're not reassuring me in a way of, I feel like I don't have to go looking. I'm guessing now what you're doing. I'm guessing your feelings for me. I'm going to go look because you haven't reassured me at that time.
So in that sense, what I would tell you is, it's not that you're the issue, he's the issue.
Yeah.
I would hold the both of you and responsible for it because there's a lack of communication.
Yeah.
On both ends. Whether it is you're feeling something and you're not telling him because he hasn't disclosed enough information. Me personally, I'm very literal. Like I ask, if I feel unsure about something, I'm gonna ask a million questions.
Yeah.
And I want a million answers from you. Now given, not all the time. Like there's been moments where I've been asked questions in the past. I'm like, yo, I really don't even fucking remember. Like I just don't. I'm not holding on to that information because it happened then and just out of sight, out of mind kind of situation. But I'm going to ask as many questions, and even if the conversation ends and something pops up later, which it typically does, and you're like, hey, so about that conversation.
Yeah, can we roll back
Yeah,
to
so
Tuesday.
this is what I was thinking. So you said this, and that was that. How does this make sense for me now? Mm-hmm. I need my partner to now be able to communicate that with me. Now, I think the biggest problem with most relationships today is one of two things. They don't take enough time to get to know one another. Secondly, the communication is always poor. People don't know how to communicate nowadays.
I'm learning. I'm learning how to communicate.
So we're in the age where it's emojis and memes,
right? Gifts,
and gifts and shit like that, right? And no one can actually sit down and have a conversation like this. Like people make podcasts all the time because it's so simple to start it. Yeah. But to have one to go for quite some time is something completely different, right? Because it's hard to communicate nowadays. So in that situation, for your case, there was a lack of communication on both ends. And I think the both of you could have done a better job. Oh,
absolutely. So like to his cheating situation, right? So
and he did that after you cheated, right?
Yeah, definitely.
On purpose?
I don't know if it was on purpose. I don't know. It's like, I'm gonna get you back, bitch. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was probably one of those. I mean, I don't know him, but like me personally, I'm a very revengeful individual. I had to learn to control that over the years. I'm one of those, like, you never gonna feel me until I put you in my shoes. So I'm gonna do exactly what you did. Right?
You think you're getting one up?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I'm gonna take you back.
Yeah.
But then I'll repeat.
Come relive this for real.
Exactly. But I mean, it was, for me, I think it was he had to make you feel him.
And I felt him. Because I moved a whole 11 states away. Like, I felt it. I felt it, definitely. So, like, the first situation he cheated or whatever, I was just like, okay. Like, I can clearly, based off of the messages, I know I was stupid, but based off the messages, it clearly looked like just sex. And I was like, okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Now, when it happened again, it seemed like he was emotionally invested in this woman. And I asked him, I said, hey, okay, let's talk about this. You are having this situation. Mm-hmm. What do you want to do? I literally asked that question. I was like, what do you want to do? And he was basically like, I have to talk to her, see where she's at. I said, if you have to talk to her before deciding what you want to do in this specific situation.
You've lost him. He's gone. He's done.
And that's when I let him go. Like, that was a time period I was just like, be with her.
I think he became emotionally available because, he took you back in a sense. Yeah. But he was more available, if anything. Like, you know what? Man, fuck. I don't have to now abide by those rules that we set because she's already broken them. Right. So I understood. I was just like, if that's where if you have to talk to her first before saying, hey, I want to be with you regardless, it was a mistake, be with her. And I let that situation go because I understood. I can get over physical. I can't get over emotional. That's something two different battles. Levels. Yeah, that's for sure.
So we ended up breaking up for like 4 months, and then we ended up getting back together.
Rekindling.
Yeah, we rekindled that.
And you thought that was a wise decision?
In that time period, I was still growing.
And you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
Just lost
so
the love
I met
of your
the girl.
life. You met, enlighten me. What do you mean? You met her like y'all sat down and had coffee together, meet, or?
Kinda. Like, she had bought him Christmas gifts because we got back in November, but she had still bought him Christmas gifts. So what happened was she was like, I have these Christmas gifts. And I was like, if you want to go get them, like, get them. I don't feel any type of way.
Wow.
And so we went over there together. Mm-hmm. And she was like, why would you do this to me? Like, she was really distraught over this love affair.
And you were just like standing there watching this,
I was like, wow, this is.
So you guys were in her house?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she was like, I can't even say anything about this girl because she seems so nice. I was like, you seem nice too, but
women are.
I want my man back.
Are interesting, man.
Yeah, no. Okay. Let me tell you this right here. I'm never going to be the woman that's going to be like, why would you? Never ever. I was never ever in a relationship with that girl. I don't know that girl. I don't know anything. Now, I will have to have a conversation with is my man.
Okay.
If I need to.
Yeah.
So the fact that I was in her house, like, I told him, I said, whatever, I'm a firm believer in closure, and maybe you don't always need it, but I said, obviously this girl feels very strongly about you. Mm-hmm. And I understand that. I said, so if you need to have a conversation with her for her to get peace of mind of what's going on, do that. And I'm going to give you the liberty of doing that.
It's good for the ecosystem.
Listen, so I said, he was like, all right, let's go over there together. I said, okay, let's do it. So we went over there together, and like I remember me sitting in the car for a certain amount of moments. Yeah, and she was just like, "Why would you do this? I love you. We were supposed to be together. God told me," and I was like, "God told you, sis? I don't know."
I guess that explains why you guys aren't together, because God said they was. Wow.
So yeah, eventually she was was like, come in the house, and I was like, I don't feel comfortable with you going in the house. Let's all go in the house together. So we did. So I'm just sitting on the couch, like watching her like plead her heart out to this man.
Wow.
And I'm just
that's deep, man.
Listen,
that's some real shit right there. Like for her to put it out on the table with you sitting right there. Fuck this.
I'm loved him.
Wow.
She loved him. And I was just like, wow. But some of the stuff she was saying, I was like, damn. She's like, I kind of identify what she's talking about.
Wow.
Like, because she was saying stuff like, like, why would you make me think a certain way if, like, you knew? And I was like, dang.
What?
And it even came to a moment where I was just like, now, I understand what she's saying. Now, can you understand what she... And I turned to him, and I was like, can you understand? It was weird.
That is a very unorthodox situation. However, that I would never bring, if I was in a situation like that, mind you, that's like rule number one. If you are going to cheat, there can be no connection. It's like, this is just physical. And even if you got to hurt some hearts on the way through that.
But it didn't start as physical with them. It was emotional. That's why we broke up for all those months.
With her?
Yeah. So that was the one that he was emotionally connected with.
No, I'm saying, but how did it start with them?
I have no idea. Okay. I just know that it was emotionally.
Yeah, see, but that's the thing. So it's like we mentioned earlier, right? There's levels to cheating.
Yeah.
If I'm going to cheat, it'll be strictly physical. Yeah. I'm not going to put myself between a rock and a hard place to now love her and love you. Hell no.
That's a lot. But that's why I gave him the liberty and the grace to, and the release to go figure it out.
Yeah, but at that point, the damage is done.
Yeah.
He's fucked. Because even if he chose you, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say, for example, which he did, right? Ultimately, he chose you. Now what? You think he's not gonna think about her? Well, he gonna just ignore all the feelings that he built over time?
Yeah.
He not gonna want to feel and be a man? It's impossible. I can't build a connection with someone and just cut it off right there and not feel anything.
I don't know. Like, see, but that was, so you can exactly like relate that to the situation that I had where he felt like it was something different. I knew that it wasn't for myself.
See, but that's a bit different. So why? Because your situation when you cheated was completely different from his. They had a mutual understanding and agreement with one another that we're going to be emotionally connected, right? We're going to be together. What she said, God said.
I read their messages, and it just didn't seem like he was giving off emotional connection, even though he liked her. Like he did she cooks for me, she does this for me. And
yeah, but like, who was he when he was with her is the question.
That's what I'm saying. It didn't seem like he was emotionally invested. I think
via text message.
Via text message. I think he enjoyed the perks, but I don't think he was emotionally invested.
I thought he was. I'm confused.
That's what he said. But what
if he said it, if he said it, he was emotionally invested. Yeah, the text messages may not have given you exactly what you needed, but if a man isn't emotionally invested in a woman, I don't know no nigga that'd be like, yeah, I am just to
so let me ask
stir something up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
So what makes, in your opinion, what makes a man step out on a woman?
I mean, it could be a number of things, but just to go back on one of my previous episodes on the podcast, I think it starts with communication.
Yeah.
Like I said before, people don't take enough time to understand the person that they're dealing with. They're just they're right on this high horse of how attractive they are, with their status, their money, whatever the case may be. And then when you actually get with them, you're like, I can't really deal with this motherfucker. Like, like, this nigga is too much. Like, I had a friend, he has a really high sex drive. He's one of those that's like, he got to have sex every day. He's just a sexual being. All right, that's your thing.
Right.
Got with this girl. She couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah.
They got together after like 2 or 3 months. Mind you, when you're fresh, we're gonna have plenty of fucking sex.
Right. It's new.
And she
it's
thought
exciting.
oh, this because it's new. No, it's because that's who he is. So now they're together. He's ready to go, and she's like, nah. He's like, but ultimately, that's what you signed up for.
Yeah.
This is me. You signed up for this. If you're not gonna not provide that to me, where do I stand?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm left with no choice but to go get whatever the fuck it is that I need.
To fill in those gaps.
Exactly. Now, if we had the conversation where I told you, hey, this is what I am, and you're like, no, you can't deal with it, and I still fuck with you, that's a bit different. Mm-hmm. But if you don't take that time out to get to know that individual, you could be signing up for some shit you have no idea about. And then when that shit slaps you in the face, you're like, oh, no, I can't do this. And it's like, it's your fault. It's all your fault. Like, you are the reason for it.
So do you think when we get into relationships that we don't ask the proper questions?
People don't.
Yeah.
They don't. And I speaking from experience, women see a man, and mind you, it's not all women, but in this industry, in this kind of culture, they see you for that. They look at your Instagram, they look at you in person.
What you got going on. He looks lit.
He has a podcast?
Yeah.
Let me look it up.
Yeah.
Oh, Mm-hmm. I see how people treat him. He dresses well, smells pretty good probably. I want to sleep with him. They sleep with you, right? Now, step 2. Emotions already start to run immediately. It's
Do you think sex brings emotions?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. But that's where...
Always?
For the woman?
For both parties?
Nah, I don't think always. But there's a high chance that it would.
Yeah.
There's only a handful of people in today's society that have an actual hold on their emotions.
Yeah.
How many people can really let go of something they truly care about? Not a lot of people can.
I'm mad at that.
Yeah, I mean, it can hurt you in the long run, right? Like I mentioned to you earlier, I'm happy that you're not a slave to your own emotions. Yeah. Because that should keep you in a bad situation because you're so emotionally connected to this individual, despite how they treat you.
That's so true.
It's like, God. If you spend the time to understand, okay, I need to let go because it's for the better. It's my investment for the future. And it's not to say that's not going to hurt, but to live with your own consequences.
Oh, to live with your own consequences.
I've learned to do that the hard way. It's like, yeah.
So what does that look like for you to live with your own consequences?
Let me see. Let me get something that's like super.
Yeah, give
super relatable.
Yeah.
Okay. If I went out and had sex with a girl and I got burned, I got to live with my consequences. I indulged in that. That's what I unprotected.
Did. Right.
That's just what it is. I'm not gonna, even if she was the one fucking around and whatever.
Right. That's the decision I made.
Exactly. And people have a hard. Everybody wants to point the finger. Something goes wrong. It's like it was your fault.
Not me. It was you.
Yeah. It's just like, it took 2 of us to have sex, right?
Yeah.
All you had to say was no, because
put a condom on.
Or put a condom on. And I'm one to understand the word no.
Yeah.
When a woman tells me that, if we're physical, and you're like, no, you're not comfortable. Okay, well, you can leave now.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste my time here. Let's figure out what the fuck is happening. If it's not happening, it's cool. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to intrude, but you can go.
Yeah.
If not, and we get into it and now some shit happens, you take 50% of this ownership. Don't just put the shit on me like,
please.
Oh,
you already know
you was out here fucking bitches. It's like, yeah, I wasn't committed to you, so what was I supposed to do? When you're single, I'm not saying to go around fucking anybody, but that's supposed to be your space to get to know people and get to know yourself. If you don't take that time, you really stick to one person, shit doesn't work out.
Do you believe singleness is a time to get to know yourself?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Are you single now?
Currently, no.
Oh, you're in a relationship.
Not necessarily. However, I am.
Okay, so you're in a, what would you...
I'm understanding an individual. If that makes any sense.
I'm understanding
an individual.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what is that?
You get to know someone.
So you're talking. You're in the talking stage.
If that's what you would call it, yeah. Today's kids would call it talking. Yeah, but I mean, it's a process.
Well, I think it goes to mention the fact that you'll say like, I'm in a talking stage, because a lot of people right now, I feel like in our generation, we're not in the claiming stage for some.
Oh no! If it was concrete, I would have claimed it without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with anything in life, like just think of general business contracts.
Yeah, please.
You could be talking about shit, or businesses can be in contract negotiations for fucking weeks, But if it ain't concrete, no one gets paid. So until it's solid, then I walk around and say, yeah, that's my woman. She's mine. Yeah. But if it's not,
so what would make it solid for you?
I'm in an agreement between the two of us that we're now dating.
Okay.
That's all. It's very
crazy. I'm gonna put you on the spot there. So you guys are, would you say dating?
No, not currently.
Okay, so you're talking.
Yes.
Okay. So what happens in between you guys talking to dating and dating to relationship? Like what process does a man go through? I think from this point forward, the next step would be a relationship. I don't think we go from talking to dating to relationship. Wait, I'm sorry. I missed the question. I was in where are you with that? Like, so my whole, like, I'm always trying to figure out, like, okay, if I do talk to someone, where are they with me? Like, because they'll say, oh, we're talking. Oh, now we're dating. And it's like, okay, what steps in between talking and dating happens? What steps in between dating and relationship happens for a guy? Because I feel like women, we know whether we're connected. We can be connected with somebody versus whether we cannot be connected off of like first link. In my opinion, first or second link, it's just like I'm really vibing with him. He's cool. He's dope. I want to get to know more. Nah.
So for me, I think it's not much longer until shit's concrete and solid and we're actually in a relationship. But every step is vital. One wrong step and this shit can fall through.
Damn.
Yeah, so
that's the scary part.
Yeah, like, damn. But I mean,
if I walk wrong,
like one false step and it'll fall through and then that deal is off the table and now it's back to square one.
Yeah.
So I try not to take it for granted. I understand the process that I'm in. I take it a step.
What are you looking for?
Stability.
Yeah. Are you looking for something long term?
Yeah, I'm not dating. I'm 20 years old.
Are you dating with intention?
Yeah, of course.
What does dating with intention look for?
You're actually practicing the fucking roles of either being someone's wife or someone's husband.
Yeah.
If you're not, then what the fuck are you doing? Why are you dating?
So are you preparing yourself to be a husband?
Yeah. Definitely.
What is preparing yourself to be?
Understanding first and foremost. In today's society, it would just be being financially prepared.
See, oh my God.
In today's society,
you literally said like. So my whole thing is, and I have said it, and I say it all the time. It's just like my number one goal is to be a wife and a mother. Okay. Right? That's priority to me. Like, of course, I have my business, I have my podcast, like I have all these different things in the works. I'm a go-getter, okay?
I see that. You was fixing the table when I walked in.
Listen, I'm a hustler, baby. Okay? So, with that being said, however, being a wife and being a mother is very important to me. Now, with that being said, me being also a Christian, I compare myself to the Proverbs 31 woman, where the Proverbs 31 woman makes her house a home.
Yes.
Where
I think only a woman can make a house a home, by the way.
That's what I'm saying.
If it's a guy, then it's a bachelor pad.
You know what I'm saying? So making sure that I'm able to build in a certain sense of like just being nurturing to my family, just being able to pour in certain ways. And also when I find my match and my man, that I am financially stable, that I'm not something that pulls them down, but also helps them kind of lift themselves up as well, that we both can be equally yoked in the sense of, I come with this and you come with this, and so if we put this together, like we can change a lot of shit. So baby,
here's my logic, right?
Baby. No.
So my logic is this, right? I am the kind of man that wants to pay all the bills, right?
Yeah.
But it's not to say that she doesn't have that same ability. So I want my woman to also be in a position to do it if necessary. Reason being, God forbid my calling card gets called by God tomorrow. I need to make sure my children and her livelihood is not left in the hands of another man. I need her to understand that, hey, this is I don't mind carrying the load, but if need be, I need you to be able to carry it as well. So I don't there's nothing wrong with being a housewife and being taken care of. But if you could bring something else to the table, I want you to. Not saying that we're going to use it. It's just going to be there just in case we need it.
Wow.
That's my net in a sense. Big. Yeah. So it's like women have a very hard time. Some women have a very hard time understanding that. It's like, no, I don't want you to go and put 70 hours a week. Nah. But if you put in 20, 25, maybe even 30, it's not to say that we're going to need that shit, but just in case. Because none of us know when either of us are going to go.
Absolutely.
These kids are now at risk because of us. Whatever we don't do, they're going to suffer for. So now let's figure this shit out. Just in case both of us go at the same time, then what happens? And I know someone personally lost both his parents at the same exact time.
Jeez. Wow.
And with that happening, a domino effect of shit started to happen is because there was not enough preparation.
Preparation is big. And unfortunately, within the Black community, I don't feel like we prepare enough for unfortunate circumstances, like as unfortunate as death. Yeah. Like a lot of times we don't have life insurance policies.
Exactly.
Like we don't have wills. Like, and that shit literally blows my mind.
Some kids got bad credit right now while in elementary school.
Elementary
school. They have bad credit
they got the
right
light bill in their
now.
Name.
Exactly. Right now, you're setting them kids up for failure. They're going to grow up and either be worse than you or do the same things you were doing. I don't want to be that. Yeah. My kids don't deserve that because they weren't asked to be here.
Absolutely.
So it's like my woman is going to have to understand, hey, yeah, I get it. I'm going to carry that load. There's no pressure.
So now you've already said where you stand as far as like gender roles and things like that, as far as just like you being the type to want to be the provider. Now
in a relationship.
Okay. Now, where do you stand?
Here's where shit gets tricky, right?
Where do you stand in dating? Who pays for the first date, in your opinion?
The man. The man pays.
I mean, you had a little break there. Like
it was just laced alcohol. It's alcohol. Okay. It's just a little.
Were you confused there?
Nah. It's just a delayed alcohol. But the man definitely pays for the first date. Maybe even the first few dates. But I think it's just
courting stage. Yeah. I feel like you need to pay for all them shits within the courting stage.
But see, here's a problem with a lot of men.
Okay.
I spent a good amount of time not going on dates at all. No matter who I met, I knew I didn't want to be in a relationship, so why are we going on a date?
Ooh.
I don't want to spend that intimate moment with you. All I want is to have sex and have a good time.
Yeah.
So if you're not willing to meet me, let's say in a club environment where bottles being popped and crazy shit's happening, I'm not the guy for you. I'm not willing to give you that.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna waste my time. You would be fucking blown away how hard that is for a lot of women to digest.
I feel like men these days, especially like successful men, they feel like we have to show and prove, and it's just like doesn't who I am or what I've already shown enough. But men these days walk around with this sense of entitlement. I feel like entitlement to say, you have to show me why you're this woman that I should choose.
I'm not agreeing to the
but
notion.
What happens when the woman comes with the bag too? Like, you're not the only person that has the bag.
But
like,
that doesn't impress men when a woman has a bag. It doesn't excite us. I don't wake up in the morning saying
frustrating.
It is. Here we are, right? In today's society, there's double standards. There's things that favor women. There's things that favor men. In this situation in particular, a woman with the bag does not excite me. That is not.
Why? Because that's the thing. Like, you guys talk about how you want this independent woman who gets her own, but now she doesn't excite you. So it's just like, honestly, I'ma say it. Where does the black woman win?
Where does the black woman win?
No, seriously.
Here we are today.
No, seriously.
I'm listening.
Because it's just like, okay, the bag doesn't excite me. So the black woman is the number one, like entrepreneur out here, small business owners.
Go Queens.
In this society that we live in today, now we have our black men coming here, sitting in front of us, telling us that doesn't excite me. That's not cool. Like, and still will choose something else over a woman that you said you want a girl to come in, a woman, not even a girl. Sorry, Queens, not even a girl, a woman to come in and say, I want her to have her own. It doesn't excite you. Where do we win?
Okay, so for me in particular, it'd be kind of hard because this shit, it can get real wavy. But for me in particular, I want a woman that compliments me. Okay. What I mean by that is, if I'm a drug dealer, she's not gonna be on the corner with me, but you can be at the crib bagging up.
Yeah.
That's a compliment. It helps with the process. I'm taking the highest risk because I'm on this corner. I get shot, stabbed, whatever the case may be, police. And so is you, but everybody knows I have the highest risk. Mm-hmm. I need someone to compliment me. What typically happens when women make a certain amount of money, they don't compliment anymore. It's like I bring the same thing you bring to the table, so you need to start cooking. You need to take care of the kids. It's like,
you need to be the Mitch.
You know what? I'm going to go else. I'm going to go to Becky. You know why? Because Becky understands that a 2-parent household is much more beneficial for us, first and foremost, and them kids. And about what you or I can benefit from.
Yeah.
It's a quick story, right? There's a little sidebar. But Tommy Lauren, if I'm not mistaken, she has her own platform, does her own podcast or whatever. White Caucasian lady. She went out to a bar. Guys approached her, something. He was inconsistent. She got upset. She made a post. In the post, she was naming a whole bunch of correct things about me. And I'm listening to it. I'm like, she's right. Until one thing. She was like, all men are shit. Mm-hmm. It discredited everything she just said. Reason being, the white community came together. The white women in the community.
Yeah.
Said, bitch, you got shit fucked up. You're not about to talk to about our white men like this. We will cancel your shit immediately if you don't bring out an apology. It's not the same thing with the black community. You can put out a post right now discrediting black men. No one's going to say shit to you. Despite how many good black men.
You think so?
I know. It's how many videos are out there?
There's so much women within the black community that always scream that they want black love.
I know, I understand. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm saying if you come out with something that's against the black man, no one is going to bat a fucking eye. And that's a big problem. I said on my second episode of my podcast this season, black women need to protect black men more. Not in the sense of, I'm sorry.
That was not the, wait.
Us? Black women need to protect black men. Us? Wait. Black women need to protect black men from other black women. That's what I said. When there's something as such where someone comes out, like there's music where it's a clear depiction of disrespect to a black man, and we jumping in the club with it. It's not the same thing in these other cultures.
What? Okay. So
that's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying that men do the same thing and vice versa, but the fact of the matter is it's a double negative. We're not protecting each other from each other. It's crazy as it fucking sounds.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. So now I'm tearing you down, you're tearing me down. They don't have to worry about us no more. For what? Yeah. You think the Spanish, the Caucasians, the Chinese are like, we need to take them. No, they gonna kill each other off. We good. Yeah, let them fight.
I gotta fight this.
Yeah, let them fight. There's no protection for each other on both ends. Black men ain't protecting black women, and black women ain't protecting black men. It ain't from the people around us. It's from each other. It's crazy as fuck.
Yeah, that's scary.
Unfortunately, but the shit's insane. That's the biggest fucking problem within our dating community.
So do you feel like the successful black women allow the opportunity for a man to be head of household in our modern society?
They do, but not at a high rate. Not high enough, at least. So that's why most men, and I'll be one to say, I don't mind if my woman makes a bag. It doesn't get me excited like, oh my God, I got to be with her because she got a bag.
She's out here balling.
Yeah, like I want a woman to compliment me, even if she makes $30,000 a year. Yeah. If you compliment me well and I'm making 100, that's all I'm good. I don't need you to make 100. I'll give you the game though. I give you the blueprint because I got to protect my assets. My assets are my children and you.
Yeah.
I'll give you the blueprint. God forbid I got to go for any reason. You know how to make this money now. If you decide to take that blueprint and say, you know what, babe, I want to make that money with you, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Ain't no problem.
Okay. So you as a black man, what would you say, because you're dating, right? But you're not in a relationship. What are some things that you look for in I don't know if you're looking for black love, but like, what are you looking for to say like, that's it. That's the one. That's the one that I've been looking for.
I don't discriminate when it comes to ethnicity.
Absolutely. You shouldn't.
Yeah, whatever comes that feels.
Love is love.
Yeah,
that's what
you know
my
what I'm
mom
saying?
says. But I like black love. Okay, just put.
But someone that's coachable. I don't think coachable is a word. Is it a word?
Maybe.
It's gonna be a word today. Yeah,
right. We can make that.
It's gonna be a word today. But someone that's coachable. If I can tell you something, even when you're fucking up, and it's the same thing for me. The same way I hold you accountable, I expect the same thing in return. Because if you're not holding me accountable, I could be fucking up along the way, and it's not until we get to the end where it's like we did all this shit wrong.
Yeah.
So if I can hold you accountable despite what you've done, and you take that into account and say, you know what, okay, all right, I'm gonna fix it, and actually fix it. Not some shit where it, and I hate when people say this shit to me, oh, it doesn't happen overnight. Duh, no shit, Sherlock. The fact of the matter is, what are you actively doing to change it, though? That's what I want to know. Okay. I know it don't happen overnight, but show me what you've actively been doing to make this shit change. Most people aren't doing anything. They just continue to use that. 2 months down the line, it don't happen overnight. It's been 2 months.
Right. What are we doing?
What are we doing now? What are you talking about? So someone that I can hold accountable and they do the same thing, vice versa. Someone that understands morals and value. I'm not your traditional man, but
what do you mean by that? You did this. You did the quotation.
Because I guess like the traditional man is like he's gonna go to work.
Because I'm a very traditional woman. Let me tell you, I very much so believe in like my man like making the bread. Like I'm not saying that I can't make my own, which I very much so pride myself in doing. Haha, yes, I very much so pride myself in doing so, but I very much so believe in my man being a leader.
Yes,
and my family being able to look at him as like, I'm not saying sometimes I'll be in the forefront and I'll have to make decisions, but in certain decisions for our household, I will look to my man to lead.
I agree.
I'm very much so that type of woman, like submissive in the sense of I'm not going to be a yes man to everything that my man says. I'm going to challenge him in certain ways where I think is best. However, I'm going to give him the liberty to say, no, babe, like I think this is right here. If you think this is right here, I'm going to give you my difference of opinion. However, I believe in you so much, and I believe that you want what's right for our family so much that if it's wrong, I'm right with you.
Exactly. See, here we are. You see that mentality?
Yeah.
That is ideal. That is almost perfect, right? But there's not a lot of them walking around like that, unfortunately. A lot of them are saying, hey, I have my own mindset, you have yours. If we don't agree, then we go our separate ways.
Yeah.
There's no progression now.
Now, where do you feel like the black man compromises for the black woman?
There's not a lot of room for that. Respectfully. There's not a lot of room for it.
What do you mean?
So if we go traditional, right? That's a really good question, by the way. I don't think anyone's ever asked me that. But if we're going traditional, like, think of the good times.
Okay.
The father would go to work, do what he got to do, come home, majority of the time upset.
Yeah.
Because he's probably being fucked over, not being paid enough. But you know what? I'm going to put myself, my sanity, my emotions, everything on the line for these people that live under this roof, right? So you get to a certain point of these niggas going to take it how it come.
Yeah.
Because they ain't doing what I'm doing. So that's why it minimizes that level of compromise. It's like, if I say days she's going off, it's going off for whatever fucking reason. Just an example, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear we're hot. Nah, we gonna be hot today.
Right, you won't hear this.
Exactly. And it's not. There's no justification. I'm just telling you exactly what it is, right? So there's little to no room for someone that's providing everything, because you can't make a house a home if you don't have a home.
Absolutely.
A lot of women don't bring shit, and when I mean things,
you think in the modern culture, a lot of women don't know how to make a house a home. Is that what you're saying?
Definitely. As a grown man, at 28 years old, at this point in my life, right? Let's say, in the last 5 years, let's say I met over 100 women. 75 of them can't cook. At 28 years old in my life right now, I can prepare a full meal for a full family of 5. Okay.
Can you change the tire?
Of course.
Can you change the oil?
Just started learning how to do that. But not yet.
Okay.
I'm almost, but
so that's my thing.
It's the activity, though.
You can't
See,
cook.
but here we are.
You can't do this.
But that's the problem.
Can you change oil?
The activity of learning how to do it.
My engine light is on.
That's fine. I get that. Shit? The activity of learning how to do it is what I ask for. Effort.
Okay. Effort.
I'm not expecting you to know everything once I meet you. That's impossible.
Okay.
But for you to now tell me, hey, I can't cook, but I am learning.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We're going to figure it out together. Ain't no pressure. Let's do it.
That's important.
But for one to say, no, I can't cook and I don't plan on it.
And deal with it. Yeah. That's my thing. So I'm out here and single in these streets. So with me single in these streets, I be looking up recipes and shit. The other day I actually made what did I make? Shit. Oh, jerk, shrimp, like Rasta pasta.
I seen it on the gram.
I was like, I'm trying to be a wife out here. Let me put this on the gram real quick.
You gotta start. You gotta start somewhere. And literally, cooking is not the most complicated thing in the world.
Yeah.
It just takes effort. Someone that wants to learn how to do it. So when I meet people, I'm like, hey, well, can you cook? And they're like, no. Well, I mean, are you learning? Yeah, maybe one day. One day. Yeah, I don't want to be around for that day. I need to eat now. I eat every single day. That I'm one hungry, day, that one day you talking about, I can't wait for it. Now I'm good. From
work, I'm hungry.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? Just fucking me?
Yeah.
If it's just a piece of pussy, I don't need to commit to you to get that. Especially,
I can get that
like
anyway.
Financially, I do pretty well for myself, right? So when I walk into a venue, I expect a certain level, a certain standard. I'm not going to deal with the bottom of the barrel. You're not getting anything from me. If you do, it's little to nothing. I'm not losing.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Now, I do battle with, I'd say as a Black woman who really is trying to be the best version of herself and like get ready for whenever that man from God decides to fall from the sky and like land at my doorstep. Like,
if he lands at your doorstep, he's dead, bro.
Whenever he comes. But it's just like, even with me being that, I'm very much so a woman that's slept on, very much so.
You think so?
Absolutely. I'm single as hell.
Yeah, but I mean,
and we have these men out here, and I see it every day. Like, I'm over here, I have a good head on my shoulders and things like that, but I see these women out here that really have nothing to offer and have no drive and have no like heart.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Heart. Period.
That's a big fucking thing.
Getting like wifed up, and I can't lie and say like, damn, like what the fuck am I doing wrong? Like
she just eats. She's flexible.
Yeah.
You can do what you want with her. You're not even in a relationship.
Yeah.
You may come out the pocket, but after that, you do what the fuck you want to do.
This is like, I can't lie. As a woman who craves like real companionship, seeing that is just like,
yeah.
Maybe I don't know what the hell. What else could I be doing? Like I don't
think it's first and foremost. How inviting are you?
I feel like I'm a pretty inviting person.
So if you go out into public, right? Let's say you go to a bar. How inviting are you? How many people?
I'm
can
never
look
gonna
at
be
you?
like, don't talk to me. Ever.
Yeah, I mean, some women, I've gone to places now, and you'll see a group of women, or maybe a girl in particular, and she's like mean mugging. I'm like, no one's gonna want to walk up to that.
Yeah,
that's not inviting.
No, I'm not that girl, but I'm still like, maybe I think my problem is I get friend zoned very easy because I'm like so cool, like, and just chill.
No one likes the cool chick.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm so cool.
Don't do it to yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
No one likes that. You can be cool, but no one really likes the cool chick and marries the cool chick.
I'm like the friend.
Yeah,
like, hey, that's my homegirl.
Exactly. My last relationship, that was a part of the reason why I failed.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I feel like I'm dating my homeboy.
Yeah. So how do you transition out of like, that's my homegirl to like, ooh.
I mean, she
kind of fine.
See, okay. This is where it gets tricky, right? So my last episode, despite our audio issues, I do advise people to watch it.
Oh, and that is at Practice Starts Monday on all streaming platforms. YouTube. That's what else?
That's Instagram. That's Twitter. That's Facebook.
Yeah. That's, I'll follow that for
Anchor. That's Apple.
Everywhere.
Podcast. Yeah,
everywhere. Okay.
But so my thing is, I have 0 female friends. None. Not one.
Yes.
All right.
Thank God.
So, and it's not to say I'm not cool with people. Like right now, we're cool.
Yeah.
There's no right now, this is a business transaction, right?
Absolutely.
We're cool as fuck. If I see you in public, I'll greet you properly,
right.
so on and so forth, right? But me in a certain space, if you gave me an opportunity, would I sleep with you? I probably would.
Yeah.
Because
most guys would.
Would, right?
Yeah.
That's just basic logic. So my logic is, it's never a dead end on both streets.
Okay.
So it's either I want you or you're going to want me, especially for individuals that are highly attractive, that got things going for themselves.
Absolutely.
It makes it even harder for you to find a quote unquote friend.
Yeah.
So I've stayed away from that kind of space because it's never turned out to be true for me. So graduating high school, I started this theory then. I was like, yo, I don't believe it's real. Because every woman I've ever come across is that I wanted to fuck them low key, but I kept it cool.
Yeah.
Or somewhere down the line, they express their feelings to me.
I've had, and that's why it's almost with guy friends. I very much so like to set the tone early.
Yes.
Especially any guy that comes into my life, it's like, let me know which box like you're trying to be put into, so that I know how to operate out of that space.
Let alone don't allow people to now. Well, I would tell women, if he wants to be with you, don't put him in a friend zone. You're wasting your time.
But that's why I'm very clear. What space do you want to operate in my life? Because once I put you there, you're there. Like, I've had a friend. We went out, and you know, he tried me in that sense, and I was just like, ah.
So he made a move.
He definitely made a move, and I was just like, yo, you know, you're my brother.
See,
like, I had to do one of these.
The biggest fucking problem.
No,
Mind you, you know what the hardest thing about a lot of motherfuckers is? Niggas hate rejection, bro. That shit is like fucking. That's a fucking tidal wave of depression on the way. So here's the thing, fellas,
like, bro,
do yourself a fucking favor. Can I do this PSA?
Yeah, please.
I appreciate you for allowing me to use the platform.
Okay,
fellas,
wait, let me introduce it. This is a PSA from Check One.
Practice starts Monday.
The practice starts Monday.
Thank you. So PSA, right? If you meet a girl and you know you want to be with her, you have something for her, you feel any kind of way, do not agree for the friend zone.
Yes.
My advice to you is remove yourself entirely. It'll be better for your sanity in the future. It's a great investment. Trust me, you're not going to miss her. Once you get past the point, I get it. It's going to be rough for a few weeks, maybe months, but you'll find somebody else. There's a million fucking people plus on this planet Earth. There's a lot of women to choose from. Do not get stuck in a friend zone. Respect yourself. Respect yourself enough not to be put in a friend zone, because you that nigga. Majority of niggas is that nigga. But respect her as well and remove yourself.
Absolutely. I'm very clear on my friend zones. Like, once you're there, you're not coming out of there.
See, and that's what makes the shit tricky. I had to learn that shit the hard way. Now, fortunately, I was in high school where I could make mistakes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't like being in this fucking position. I really want to sleep with her.
Yeah.
But I'm playing this role like...
I don't know why I always find myself in the friend. I'm going to stop being friendly. That's what it is.
Nah, that's not it.
No, that is it. What else can put you in the friend zone?
It has to be intentional.
I'm too, like, I feel like I'm too goofy. Like, I'm too friendly. People are like, she's cool. Like,
yeah, you're cool. But I'm not going to be your friend. Like, on the walk-in, meet a group of women. Hey, literally, my cousin MJ. So we meet a group of girls one day. Everybody's having a grand old time. Drinks, shots are flowing. And he starts like, hey, everybody's laughing because he's a very funny guy. Everybody's laughing. He's like, hey, ladies, I get it. We're having a good time. But it seems as if I'm getting real like friendship vibes here. And if that's true, if that's true, I want no parts of it. I would fuck any one of you.
Yeah.
So just so we're clear.
Yeah.
And they were like you should see the looks on their face.
Yeah.
I've had to do the same where I'm out sitting at a table, all just. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? They talking about the next nigga in front. No. I'm sorry.
We're not going. Yeah.
By all means, I get you got your own personal life, but you're here with me now, right? Me and my counterpart at this point in time, and I'm like, either one of you would do. I'm not your friend. Don't think that I am. Trust me. I will never do what I do for my friends for you. Don't put me there. Yeah. Just remove me entirely.
Well, see, that's why I'm very, so with a lot of my guy friends are in relationships, right? They're in relationships. I am the type of friend that doesn't like to cross those boundaries. And what I mean by that is any of my guy friends, I've never been in their bedroom. I've never sat on their bed. I've never done any of those things because I feel like those are crossing the line things. Although, like, at the end of the day, they're still men and I'm still like a woman.
Yes.
And when you leave certain things up for kind of like grabs or like just saying off mixed signals, why should I be sitting on your bed? Like, why should I? No, a lot of my guy friends, I've literally gotten past just the kitchen. Okay, we're going to take shots. We're probably going to play dominoes.
You tread lightly. I can respect that.
I don't play those. I don't. Now, that's one thing that I would never do just as a woman is play those games.
I wish more people thought like you.
Absolutely
not. It would benefit our society entirely. The ecosystem would be a better place for all of us.
Listen,
if most people thought like that.
Once I know someone is claimed, or once even with my guy friends, once I know like, oh, I'm in a relationship, my ass is throwing shit in a group message. Even if I know my girl,
here we are.
Girl code. Like, even if I know my girl is talking to a guy, I'm not even looking for real him in the eyes for real. Because I don't want any misinterpretation to feel like, oh, I looked at him like 5 seconds too long. Like,
my brother just got engaged this year. I'm the kind of guy that follows that same motto.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to follow your woman. I don't want to be in a close space with her.
Exactly.
Like, I pulled up to the liquor store with one of my peoples at one point. He was driving. His girl was in the front. I was in the back seat. We were going to a venue. He pulls up to the liquor store. He gets out. I get out with him. I ain't finna buy nothing.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in the car with her alone. And it's not that I have any intentions or she has any intentions. It's just I don't want to leave anything to chance. Because once, God forbid, something goes left, now you got to question the both of us. You might lose 2 people at one time.
That's what
it's fucking risky. So I tell niggas all the time, like, bro, respect niggas' relationship. Keep yourself outside of it. I try to have very short conversations. If I'm having a conversation with someone's woman, they're right there. Absolutely. So there's no misinterpretation, so on and so forth. But there's not a lot of us walking around like that.
Listen, even my guy friends, okay, you're in a situation. Please put me on speaker. I want her to hear our conversation.
I don't want this shit to be hidden.
I don't ever want her to feel like, she's trying to sneak me on the low. Because that's never where I'm coming from, period. I respect situations so much in the sense of, like, for real, like, I'm the type of woman, even with my guy friends that are probably known longer than what they've been, let's throw the conversation in a group chat. I don't mind you being there because there's nothing that I have to hide.
Exactly.
No, I'm literally, I don't know.
I respect the respect, if that makes any sense. But I want to hear about this story of yours that you, I think you were at a grocery store or something like that. And
where?
I think he bought something and went into a different line.
Oh, okay.
Okay. This is what I really came for. Honestly, I really want to hear this story.
All right. Okay. So, all right. So recently, I was dating someone, and we recently talked about it. We cleared it up, and it's cool now.
You guys were dating.
Right. So we were interested in each other.
Okay. So it's not exclusive. It's not concrete yet.
Nothing concrete.
Okay. But it's like talking. The intent of having it to be.
Absolutely. Okay. So there happened to be a situation where, like, I was just like, oh, let me, like, cook for you, or let me make brownies, or like,
you go, girl.
You see me out here, okay, trying to shine and stuff. So I was like, let me cook for you. Let me do all these things. So we went to the grocery store. We bought the things. Like, we got all the ingredients that we needed. But then when it came time, like, he picked up what he needed, I picked up what I needed to cook for him, and we went in separate lines. Like, I literally got in line. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go over here. And I was like, I was not even horrified. I was like mortified.
That was funny.
I was like, whoa, what's going on here? So because I knew that we were going to have this conversation, I literally had to reach out to him.
Okay.
And see where his mindset was.
It bothered you that much?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Now, I would say I'm not a woman who expects a man to pay for everything. Mm-hmm. But I very much so look for a provider and a leader.
Definitely.
So when that happened, I was just kind of like, I don't know. We got to look more into this. So when I asked him about it, I approached him and I was just like, hey, why did you do that? He was just like, I didn't realize, like, that was, that was something that meant so much to you. Like, it was small. I feel like we always go, like, I pay for majority of the things, and I was just like, I don't know. Because I'm always like, no, I got this. I got this. I got me. I got this. I got this. Because that's just how I was raised. So would you say
you kind of trained him to understand that you got it?
That's what I've learned.
Okay. So now we're making groundbreaking information here. Okay.
Yeah, I've learned that as a woman, when you have that I got it mentality, you train a man to really, truly have it. Like,
she got it. She be all right.
And that's not what I truly want. Like, I don't want to have it every time.
Okay, so you're part of this problem.
I'm very much so a part of. I can admit that. I can take. Okay, I can take accountability.
All right. So I was under the impression that you didn't take that kind of approach, and he kind of just pulled that. I was just like, it's a bit confusing. Yeah. Because unless you got like a shopping cart full of shit and like.
But I was making the brownies for him.
Okay, so let me put myself in his shoes. Let's say you weren't the kind of like the I got it type. I would have paid for it without a problem. You're doing me.
Would you have gotten into a different line?
I would not have, me personally. However, I can't fault a man that does.
Why?
You're not exclusive.
Okay.
There's no entitlement to anything when you're not exclusive. You have no leverage.
It's not about being exclusive. It's about you being a gentleman and you in the courting phase showing that like just as a lion likes to like show like improve his territory, just as a man, I feel like you need to show that, you know. Just
has he done it before?
You know, maybe not.
No. Okay. So this conversation is different. Okay. So I can understand what you're saying. There's much truth to what you are saying right now, right? Just showing that kind of leadership, that dominance, that gentleman like.
I like that.
I don't like the word nice guy. I refuse to be one. I prefer gentleman, right?
Yeah.
Because I think gentleman has a balance between being a simp and a real ass nigga.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So if he hasn't shown you that kind of initiative in the prior, why expect it then?
It's not that I expected it then. It was just more so of a like, I need to figure out why. But before we get a little bit more invested, because I am very traditional.
Yes.
I do believe in gender roles. So I need to, that was just an aha moment for me to figure out, okay, is this something that is very much so you? Like, do you believe everything should be 50-50? Because I'm more so of a 75-25.
And you're the 25.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Now, 75-25. What I mean by that, 75, yes. I personally feel like a man should take care of the household things, rent, light, whatever type of bills that we have. Now, me as a woman, me coming into a situation as a submissive woman.
Yes.
I believe now when my man steps out, he should feel ready to conquer the day, and that's my job.
You go, girl.
No, don't.
Hi, nah.
No.
You can talk your shit. It's cool. Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, because I feel like you're going to have some shit to say.
I like it. I'm enjoying what I'm hearing right now.
So what that means is I'm making sure that whatever he needs to conquer that day, he already has. He doesn't have to think about. Now, that's me supplying that other half of that. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that when I get married, I probably will never serve my man's dinner on a paper plate. I'm not doing that. That's disrespect. Wow. In my opinion. Wow. In my opinion, I personally would not do that. I hold a man, especially a black man, to a very high regard. It's not easy to go out and do, like, live out there in the world. You know what you should do?
This is like a sidebar, but it can help with your content. Do like mini segments where you tell women how to be women.
No, stop.
All right, don't say I didn't. When it happens, I want my cut.
Like, so yes, I do expect a man to like make sure all the bills are paid, but I'm gonna meet you there. I'm gonna make sure that you are empowered, that you're equipped with everything to do that for our family. Because I'm a Christian, right? Mm-hmm. So I very much so believe in the order that God provides. Right. And for me, the order that I've translated is husband, children, parents. Well, God first, husband, children, parents, and family and everything else after that. Now, why I say husband, I need to treat my husband the best out of all the groups of people that I have, even before my children, is because that my husband will provide a certain balance that we will need to provide to our children.
I agree.
To give an example of what healthy people look like. Yep. Yes, you will see us argue. Yes, you will see us have good times. Yes, you'll see us overcoming certain situations. But if he treats me a certain way and I treat him a certain way, my kids will grow up with a healthy balance and know how to do relationships as they go out into the world.
Helps the ecosystem. Yep.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So I'm very much so prone to making sure my man is supplied with everything that he needs, whether it be mentally, whether it be physically, whether it be sexually, whether it be all of those things.
Question. How many women you know with that same mindset?
See, I don't know about all that.
See, you know, and that's why this shit gets so tricky. That's why it gets so shady a lot of the time, because the mass majority don't believe none of that shit.
Yeah.
It's, I look good, you're fucking me.
Right.
Provide.
You do this.
And it's like, why would I do that again?
Yeah.
When I can get the next girl to do the exact same thing.
And it'd be less that I gotta put out.
Yeah, like it doesn't make sense financially for a man to now just invest in a woman like that. Mm. So what happens is you run into so many. There's a lot of them. You run into so many of them. By the time it gets to you, if you go outside every day and I don't know, a fucking plane flies over your damn house, right?
Yeah.
On 100th day, you're gonna think the same thing. It's gonna fly, but when it does, you're like, what the fuck? Where the hell that plane at, man? Like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening. So you're running into these guys, but your counterparts are fucking it up for you. Yeah. Black women need to protect other black women. Yeah. In a sense, it's like I'm doing this. Like if I damage you, like say we're in a relationship and I'm just doing all this toxic shit to you, I am now fucking it up for the next man. Automatically.
Yeah, literally. I had a situation today where they were like, I don't know why you operate out of this hurt place. And I'm like, do I don't know.
Right. Now, given it, you do play a part because you now have to now seek therapy, i.e. or do something that'll help you relieve that kind of frustration or hurt. But I still play a part as well. So it's like, before I hurt someone, first and foremost, I'm always honest with people out the gate. This is what my intentions are. This is how I'm moving. This is who I am. Mm-hmm. If you can fuck with that, cool. If not, I understand. Mm-hmm. So now moving through that transition of us either communicating, being physical, if you decide to go left and take your own kind of route, I'm not responsible for any of it. You were notified. And I'm not one to say it one time down the road, hey, listen, you did this. It's not a part of the contract. We're running a strict program over here. Respect the program. If you can't, I got to take my talents elsewhere. These men are running into so many of these pick-me's. And then when they get to you, they're thinking, oh, here goes another pick-me. Yeah. And it's gonna take trial and tribulation. Yeah. Opportunity has to meet preparation before they realize, oh, wait a minute, she's not. She's actually something worth holding on to. Now, if that happened is the big question, but no one can tell. Right? So it's rebrand yourself. Yeah. Do something that's not being done. And I get it.
I feel like that's so sad that we have to show, improve, when it's like as a black woman, we already have to be the strongest, the fastest, the smartest, out here just in corporate America, period. Yeah. And just amongst our peers. But now we also have to do that for our black men. Yeah. To get their attention, to see that we're different and all of those things. And very much so, although I do feel like, I already thought that I would be married and kids by, this old age that I'm in.
You're really not old, but okay. All right. If I'm not mistaken, most women get married and have kids around the age of 29 to 35. Yeah, don't quote me on that.
For me, it's 25, But it's just I have to show out and overperform in all these areas. And now I have to show out and perform for me to be noticed by my black men.
This might be kind of crazy to say, but you were gifted in order to do so. That's why black women are so special as is.
Why do we have to carry that hard
But you can't
burden?
take the... Okay, so for example, right? You mentioned earlier in the podcast that black women are most... have the highest rate for independent, successful, entrepreneurial type of... That's a plus. Yeah. With any plus, there's a minus. Right? You can't only accept... you were so proud when you said that. Yes. Be proud as well when it's the downside to it. With every sunny day, there's a rainy day. Okay. Right? You have to take the good. You have to take the good with the bad. Now, I'm not saying that it's fair, but life isn't fair. We all got to deal with situations as they come.
Yeah.
So that's one of the consequences. I would say, not necessarily a consequence, but it's just one of the things that black women have to do. But you're prepared for it. That's the only difference. If you weren't, I'm like, all right, you kind of fucked up. But
you got some on it.
But because I know you were born
yeah.
to outdo any and every species of woman,
right.
in my personal opinion, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Hopefully.
Because if it wouldn't happen, then there would be no married black women. But
that
there's
is true.
a number of black women that are very happy in their marriage and they have very healthy relationships.
Yeah.
We just see social media and all the shit that's going on and we base it off of that. Because positive news doesn't get pushed. It doesn't
Absolutely.
It doesn't promote. You can be married right now, full family, you guys are successful and all these things. No one wants to hear what the fuck y'all got going on unless something bad happens. That's the only time niggas are really tuned in like, oh, he cheated. Well then, now let's. You don't say.
You want to talk
right?
about mothers? No, that's from my church. You want to talk about mothers?
That's real shit. That's the only time this shit really gets interesting for people. So it's like it's hard for someone like yourself to now shine.
Yeah.
There's so many dark clouds. It's like you glow right now. You don't shine. You glow.
Yeah.
Which me personally, I prefer someone like that. But it's a process. It's so tricky to go left a little bit. A black man would make a black woman jump through hoops before he finally says, "Hey, I want to marry her." Right?
Ain't never lie.
Right? And I'm one to say I've done it because I'm like, yo, I want to see what you're made of. But then go deal with a white woman and
she'd be like,
marry her. Yeah.
I'll roll out the red carpet.
Marry her almost out the gate. Now, I've never been one to do that. I feel as if I'm gonna make a black woman jump through hoops, every woman I deal with on that level
needs to jump through hoops.
Exactly. But their thing is the narrative. The white woman is always very submissive. The Spanish woman, like I've worked in a restaurant for X number of years. I get to a table, family of 4, husband, wife, 2 kids. The husband orders everything for everyone at the table. When she gets if she orders a steak, she asks him how's it supposed to be prepared. He's supposed to know.
Yeah. See,
it's right. See, that's like the level. That's like ultimate level of submission. It's like, but how do I want my steak cooked? You may not even like it that way, but you believe in him.
I think it's also important to mention, even before we close out the episode, I think it's important for us to mention that in order for a person or a woman to be submissive, I think a man has to exhibit real behaviors of what a leader is like, in the sense of making sure that he makes calculated decisions, making sure that, he's a man of his word, making sure that he operates out of a respect and discernment. Because a lot of times men like to say they like submissive women, but they aren't true leaders.
Let them starve.
You know what I'm saying?
Let them starve.
Oh, yeah. No.
Lame niggas don't get no pussy.
Exactly. He's going to be Scar out here, from the Lion King. Okay?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Exiled.
Let them starve. The fact of the matter, going back to what we were talking about earlier, take the time out to get to know who you're dating before you actually start dating.
Ooh, now that's important.
Now, if you don't, and then you realize, oh, he's not a leader, he's not a provider, it's your fault.
You have to take accountability for that.
You didn't do your homework. You didn't take the time out. You didn't push him to whatever measures that you felt as if was necessary to figure out, who am I really dealing with?
Absolutely.
People don't do that. They want the microwave relationship, but they want the oven kind of meal, and it's like that shit don't work like that. And that's a frozen dinner. What do you?
That's a TV dinner.
Yeah, what you talking about right now? You're not gonna get that out of him. And fortunately, money is not discriminatory. It's there's a lot of lame niggas with money. So you're going to run into him. Yeah, he going to probably be dripping in some kind of designer. And you're going to think, oh, shit, that's the nigga for me.
Dope.
But he's a fucking loser.
Yeah. I've been there, done it.
Yeah, it's just what it is. So take the time out. If I'm going to leave here with any message.
Oh, yes.
Take the time out.
Wait, before you get into that. Okay, so this segment on the Dear 20-something podcast where we get real as fuck, relatable as fuck, we like our guests to leave our listeners with a message that will help them kind of like walk into their greatest potential and the greatest selves, period. So check. You've definitely dropped some like really dope gems just on a male's perspective. I
appreciate it.
But what can you leave for the females and the males that listen to this podcast, just about dating, just about life, just about being the best version of yourselves and showing up for relationships in general?
Okay. For the men, be direct with exactly what it is that you truly desire from that woman. Yes. Don't play no games. You're going to get more pussy by being open and honest. If pussy is your drive, you will sleep with more women because you're open and honest.
Yes.
For the women, take more time out to get to know these men. Please, that's going to be your best investment.
Take the time.
But also understand, don't take forever. Take your time, but hurry up, if that makes any sense.
Time is a ticket.
Yeah, don't sit around 6 months to a year trying to figure it out. Like, more than likely, he's probably whatever he's shown you, that's who he is.
Yeah.
We're all creatures of habit. If you do something once, you're probably going to do it again.
Absolutely. And I'd say for me, I would say, both women and men, is just to embrace exactly where you are in your journey as far as like dating and relationships. I'm not saying that you can't grow in certain areas, but just be authentically you. And the person that's supposed to be with you will recognize your, what is the word you use? Glow.
Yeah,
they'll recognize that glow, and they'll respect that. They'll value that. They'll cherish that, and they'll wife that ass up for real. Yeah. Okay,
niggas just try to marry bitches, bro. For real. And when I say the word bitches, I don't mean like it's like a term of endearment.
We already know you don't mean no disrespect.
Yeah, like it's like my nigga. Like,
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
All right.
So just be the best version of yourselves. It's okay to grow. And it's okay. Oh, this is what I want to leave off with. It's okay to be that strong, independent, go-getting, boss as hell woman out here. But it's also okay to be able to be a little bit submissive to your man in the sense of just making sure that he's equipped with all the tools to go out and lead for the family that you guys are trying to cultivate. Make him feel empowered to want to be able to be men of household and make decisions for the family.
Well said. That was well said. I like that. I feel you.
You feel me?
I feel you.
So this was another episode of the Dear 20-something podcast. And if you haven't already, make sure you follow at Practice Starts Monday on all streaming platforms.
Yes,
they're on YouTube.
Yeah.
They're on what else?
Anchor, Apple Podcasts.
Listen, everywhere.
It's a lot.
Everywhere. They come with what is your slogan again? Remind me.
It's love, relationships, and all that other shit.
Okay, so if you feel like drop some like dope ass gems here, make sure you go and follow at the Practice Starts Monday on all the streaming platforms to hear more about like just what the black men are saying, because we want to know out here because we're trying to get wifed up. No.
We talking shit. It's cool.
Thank you so much for listening, and I can't wait to reach out to you guys in the next episode. All right, we out. Bye.